I can't say no to people. I always seek validation from people around me. I always help people in their tough times, but they never help me in my tough times. Am I a people pleaser? If you have these questions in your mind, we will try to answer them in today's video.
My name is Anmol. I'm a mental health practitioner, counselor, psychologist, career coach, life coach, and life skills trainer. I'm here to share my insights and learnings with you to tackle life challenges and attain your highest potential. Let's create balance in your life.
Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. Welcome to my channel Ask Life with Anmol. In today's video, we will talk about a phenomena of people pleasing. First, we will discuss about what is people pleasing and what are the traits of a people pleaser. Next, we will talk about what is the psychology behind people pleasing. Why do people show this behavior of people pleasing? Then we will tell you about a psychologically tested tool which will help you to find out in which variation you are showing people pleasing behavior. And lastly, we will give you some techniques to reduce people pleasing behavior to have better emotional and mental health. Who is a people pleaser? People pleaser is someone who seeks excessive validation, response from others at the cost of their own needs. For example, somebody is taking validation for their looks, for their studies, for their career, anything, any area of life, and they don't express their own needs to other people. That is known as people pleasing. It leads to emotional exhaustion and loss of individual identity. Now let's discuss what are the traits of a people pleaser. The first trait is excessive agreeability. These people give agreeable answers to people around them, even though these opinions might be conflicting to their own values. For example, if your friend is saying that I want to party every weekend and you don't have that kind of budget, still you say, okay, let's go for the party every weekend, then you are showing excessive agreeableness. You're not putting forward your point of view. Or let's say your parents and friends are saying, take XYZ career, it is good for you. But you know that that career is lacking creativity. You are a very creative person. Still you choose that career and shows excessive agreeableness. The second trait is fear of conflict. So people who show people pleasing behavior, they fear conflicts, confrontations with people around them. For example, let's say they want to go to beach on a vacation and their partner is saying that let's say go to a mountain. They will think in their head that they want to go on a beach, but they will never say, because that might lead to confrontations, that might lead to fights between them. So they don't want to have fights at all. They always want to have positive emotions. So they fear conflict. The third trait is difficulty in saying no to people. They generally take every request which other people ask them for, even though that might be related to the other person's life. It might not be important to them. For example, if you are studying currently, your friend asks you to do a project, still you will do it from your extra time. If you are working, any colleagues ask you for a favor that might cut down your private time, still you say, yes, I will do it. So they generally can't say no to people because they think if they say no, that might upset the other people. They might lose that relationship with the other person. So they avoid saying no. The next trait is low self-esteem. These people generally don't have that much confidence within them. They have never introspected about their strengths. They have never asked these questions, who am I? So they generally seek validation from outside of who they are. Other people should approve of me. So they lack that sense of identity and have low self-esteem. The next trait is their over apologizing behavior. Most of the time they say sorry to avoid conflicts, even though that might reduce their self-respect. So that becomes an issue for them that they over apologize. Even though that might not be their mistake, still they apologize and say sorry because they don't want to have any kind of conflict in their relationship. The next trait is seeking approval. They constantly want approval from outside people or environment to feel better about themselves. So let's say if someone asks you how I am feeling today, how I am looking today, are my skills worth it? They ask questions to you again and again about their self-worth, about their identity. That is a behavior of people pleasing. The next trait is neglecting their own needs. So these people often put other person's needs ahead of their needs. If someone likes to go at a place, they will go to that particular place. If someone wants to be in that particular zone, they will go in that particular zone. So they never express their own needs. They show more of a sacrificial behavior, right? So they sacrifice a lot for people around them. And the last trait of people pleasing is not setting boundaries. These people cannot put their boundaries and spaces in front of other people. And most of the time, other people encroach in their spaces and boundaries. For example, you have your examination next Monday, and on Sunday, a friend asks you to go for a party or help them in their work. So you will say, no, okay, I'll do it, right? So that is a kind of behavior where you are not putting your expressions, you're not setting boundaries for other people. So I hope you people understood what is people pleasing, what are the traits of people pleasing. Now let's try to understand why people show this behavior of people pleasing. The first and the foremost reason is social media. We are comparing our lives with other people on social media. If somebody wants to go on a vacation, they portray their pictures, we also go on that vacation. If somebody has bought a new vehicle, we also want a new vehicle. So people always have that FOMO, fear of missing out. So we are always comparing our lives. That's why this people pleasing occur. You are on a dating app. So your friend got 10 likes on a dating app and you only got 5 likes. So now again, you question yourself, am I bad enough? Why am I not getting those likes? I might look ugly in those photos. I am not good enough. So that constant comparison on different social media applications leads to this people pleasing behavior. Second reason is the pandemic of loneliness. According to a research study, 1 in 7 people around the world will face the problem of loneliness. We are not able to create authentic, long-lasting relationships with people. We form very shallow relationships. So the fear of loneliness leads to people-pleasing behavior. Third reason is your upbringing. So in your childhood, if someone told you, it might be your parents or relatives, friends, that you are not good enough, you cannot do this, you are not worth it. So that self-esteem was never developed. You never introspected about your strengths, where I am good at, acknowledging your weaknesses. That also leads to people-pleasing behavior. So these are some of the reasons, the psychology behind why people show people-pleasing behavior. Now we will be giving you a tool which will help you to understand at which stage you are in the behavior of people pleasing. I want everyone to carry yourself a pen and a notebook for this exercise. All the questions needs to be answered in yes or no. Take only 5 seconds to answer these questions. Don't take too much time to answer these questions. We will show all the questions on your screen. If you miss any questions, you can pause the video in between. So let's start with the questions. The first question is, do you often agree with others' opinions even if you don't truly agree? Yes or no? So just answer first question, Y or N. Second question is, do you avoid disagreements or confrontations even when it's important to address them? Yes or no? Third question, is it difficult for you to say no when someone asks for your help or favors? Yes or no? Fourth question, do you often feel that your self-worth depends on how others perceive you? Fifth question, do you frequently apologize even for things that aren't your fault? Yes or no? Sixth question, do you find yourself taking on too many responsibilities or tasks just to make others happy? Yes or no? Seventh question, do you regularly seek approval or praise from others to feel good about yourself? Yes or no? Eighth question, do you often put others' needs and desires ahead of your own? Yes or no? Ninth question, is it challenging for you to set and maintain personal boundaries? Yes or no? 10th question, do you tend to avoid situations or conversations that might cause you discomfort or conflict? Yes or no? 11th question, do you feel anxious about others being upset with you even if it's for a trivial reason? Yes or no? 12th question, do you struggle with prioritizing your own needs because you're too focused on others? Yes or no? 13th question, do you often feel that you have to prove your worth to others? Yes or no? 14th question, do you find it hard to express your true feelings and emotions if they differ from those around you? Yes or no? 15th question, do you worry excessively about how others will react to your actions or decisions? Yes or no? You can pause the video if you want to go ahead with further analysis. You can check the questions again if you skipped any of the questions. Next thing, after you have answered all the 15 questions, you have to do is count the number of yes. How many yes you have answered? I hope all of you have calculated your scores in terms of how many yes you have answered to these questions. So let's do the interpretation. So if you have got anywhere between 0 to 5 yes, you come in the category of low people pleasing. It means that you have a healthy balance between accommodating others and maintaining your personal boundaries. You are confident in your own opinions and comfortable expressing them. If you have got yes between 6 to 10, you are in the zone of moderate people pleasing. You might find yourself sometimes prioritizing others' needs over your own and avoiding conflicts to keep the peace. While you generally maintain your boundaries, there may be some instances where you struggle with asserting yourself and feeling strong need for external validation. Third category is of if you are getting 11 to 15 yes, that means you have a high people pleasing behavior. Your responses suggest that people pleasing behavior are a significant part of how you interact with others. You may frequently struggle to say no, avoid conflicts, prioritize other needs than your own. This can lead to personal stress and emotional exhaustion. So try to find out which category you fall into. Now, low people pleasing 0 to 5 years is very normal because we have to maintain our relationship. But if that is 6 to 10 years or 10 to 15 years, then that becomes the issue. Now we will talk about, if you fall in the latter two categories, how to reduce your behavior of people pleasing with some psychologically tested techniques. The first thing that you should do if you have excessive people pleasing behavior is setting boundaries. First thing, you should understand what are your boundaries, what kind of space you want to give to people around you, and then you need to communicate these boundaries to the other person in a very neutral tone. For example, you don't drink or smoke and your friends are asking you to go to parties, drink or smoke with them. You have to be very affirmative in saying that I don't drink or smoke. That is my own decisions, right? So if there are your two friends, they will accept you as you are, not try to change you. Another example can be, if somebody is asking you to go late night for parties and you have a strict curfew at your home, then you have to be very polite in saying that I have a curfew, I cannot go out late nights. So you have to set your boundaries yourself. First try to identify what are your boundaries and then try to express it in a very neutral tone. Second technique is practicing assertiveness. How can you practice assertiveness? By using more I statements. I want to do this. I like this. If you are in a relationship, you can say that I don't feel secure in this relationship. I don't like when you shout at me. I don't feel respected in my relationship. And don't have a second thought about it. You have to use I statements and not feel sorry about it. You have to feel an apologetic when you use assertiveness in any kind of relationships that you want to keep. The next technique you need to learn is to say no to people. Try to prioritize your tasks, whether these tasks are important to you or urgent for you. That will help you say no to people if that is important to them. So try to use this no statements, let's say 5 out of 10 times. If you are initially a kind of showing a high people pleasing behavior, after some time try to increase your instances of saying no to people. Otherwise you will always feel that you are overwhelmed with tasks and responsibilities, and it might lead to your burnout at some day. The most critical thing to stop being a people pleaser is building your own self-esteem. How can you build your own self-esteem, your self-worth? When you identify what are your strengths. Let's say one of your strengths is being creative. So try to do some activities related to creativity. You can do dancing, you can do music, you can do any kind of art. Whatever you like to do, that will give you more confidence in yourself. So try to build your self-esteem. And second thing is, apart from strengths, you need to accept your flaws, your weaknesses. We all are imperfect human beings. We cannot be perfect. We do people pleasing when we don't accept our flaws. So how to build the self-esteem? To enhance your strengths and do activities, and secondly accept what your flaws and weaknesses are. Next thing you can do is to manage your conflicts. That starts with understanding that conflicts are a natural part of any relationship. If there are no conflicts, you are not growing in that relationship. So try to see if you can learn some techniques to manage your conflicts with people around you. You can start with separating the person from the problem. Try to find solutions when you people are having conflict. Divide areas of life in your conflicts. Don't do personal attack while having a conflicting situation. And if you think someone is highly aggressive, you can postpone your conflicting solution. If you face the conflicts, it will not come as an outburst in the future. The next point to stop people pleasing is giving your time for self-care. Prioritize your self-care. Do some activities which makes you happy, even though it is 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day. But initially, try to get some activities where you feel yourself. You feel your authentic self. It can be interacting with your friends. It can be doing any hobbies. You like gardening, you like cooking, you like singing, dancing, anything you like. If you like pampering yourself, going for any kind of rejuvenation activity, you can do that. At least start with small time. It can be 5 to 10 minutes or 1 hour, or let's say once in a week, but try to prioritize your self-care. Put your needs first some time of the day. It will help you feel more rejuvenated as a person, and you will not seek any kind of validation from others. Next thing you can try is challenging your belief system. Whatever you have in your mind, let's say everyone must like me as a person. Nobody should disapprove of me. These are negative talk that we do, which leads to people pleasing behavior. Try to challenge them, ask questions. Why do I seek other people's validation? Why do I need to be liked by everyone? Kindly be factual and convert this negative belief system into an affirmation which is more positive and more factual. It can be like this: I will show my best behavior with the other person, and I cannot control other person's behavior or liking towards me. So this statement can act as an affirmation which you can speak in the morning or at night, which will change your negative belief system, which is very non-factual and makes you demean yourself. Next strategy you can use is seek feedback from your close friends, from your loved ones. What do they need in your relationship? You can ask them about your behavior in that relationship. Am I being very possessive in that relationship? Do you feel comfortable with me? Do I give you enough space in that relationship? Do I talk too much when I am with you? So try to seek feedback from them, but people who only you trust. Don't take feedback from everyone, right? So try to implement. Don't take feedback as a criticism. Try to bring in a change in your behavior. And the last strategy to stop people pleasing is to seek professional help. If you think the roots of people pleasing are deep rooted in your past, you cannot change them. You have tried multiple strategies. You can talk to a therapist or a counselor or a coach to identify those areas for you. And after some time, you will see a change in yourself. So it's very normal to seek therapy, to seek any kind of professional help. It will help you in the longer run. So kindly seek help if you think that you are not able to come out of this people pleasing behavior and you feel emotional exhaustion and burned out after doing interactions with people and showing this people pleasing behavior. I hope in today's video you got deeper insights about the concept of people pleasing. I hope you liked the format of the video. If you have any questions related to today's video, you can comment down below. You can suggest some topics that you are facing issues with, so we can come up with more such videos for you. Share this with your friends and family members you think that they show people pleasing behavior and that is stopping their growth. Like this video, subscribe my channel Ask Life with Anmol for more such content on life and psychology. Keep growing.